What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE furious with private photos being leaked, why Triple H missed Raw, Triple H claps back at critics, did CM Punk injure himself after a botch, Logan Paul says Roger Jackson belongs in jail, a WWE wrestler almost fights a fan, major returns on NXT, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at WWE furious with private photos being leaked. Now, our top story today takes a look at Triple H and WWE's reaction to recently leaked photos, and to say that they aren't pleased would be an understatement. Last month, photographs leaked of both the game and Stephanie McMahon on holiday, and according to a new report from Fightful Select, anyone who posted the photos could be in legal trouble. If you posted the pictures of Stephanie McMahon and Triple H vacationing, you could be in some legal trouble. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon had some of the most reposted images of the year in wrestling this summer when they were vacationing and swimming off a boat. Their 3 daughters joined them. In early September, Fightful Select learned that a number of people that had posted the pictures who claimed they received legal notices of some sort. We weren't told if this was simply a cease and desist or more, but it was intimated to us that it was the photo agency as opposed to WWE or the family. This is an important distinction. However, the report would add that people within WWE called it an invasion of privacy, and the photos should have never been released. We're told that there were also a number of people in WWE that were frustrated and upset that the pictures emerged, calling it an invasion of privacy regardless of technicalities involving legality. The claim was that there were paparazzi snapped photos and not released with permission. Triple H would actually laugh about the situation regarding the viral vacation photos. Whilst on the Pat McAfee show, he said he'd been rocking the same pair of swim trunks for 25 years, and there's a good reason for that. The game explained that the trunks were a gift given from his children when they were very young, so it's kinda kept as a memento. He also mentioned that they were a mile out from the shore, and whoever did capture those photos must have had a damn good camera. Now, when these photos went public, there was a number of body shaming directed towards Triple H. Teddy Long would respond to fans body shaming Triple H on the Wrestling Time Machine podcast, saying, "Here's the thing, alright, if you get in Triple H's position, that's a lot of work. So he doesn't have time to now get in the gym and stuff like he should. He's probably getting in there when he can. Also with his schedule, you can't eat proper. You're gonna go eat bad, or that's all you can find sometimes unless you have your meals catered. He could do that. So I think he's just running right now and ain't got time to work out like he should. Maybe not eating real good, but other than that happens to you." Now, it's still completely understandable why Triple H and WWE would be upset over the photos being distributed, and hopefully it sets a new precedent when it comes to the privacy of celebrities and other notable figures. Next up, why Triple H missed Raw. Triple H had a rather awkward moment on the Pat McAfee show yesterday, as during the show, the matchup at WrestlePalooza between Io Sky and Stephanie Becker was brought up, and Triple H had no idea that the scheduled contract signing didn't go down on Raw. To be honest, I wasn't there last night. I haven't had a chance to watch the show yet because I was at Kill Tony. The fact that the game wasn't present for the show shouldn't really raise alarm bells. This is his comment, as Triple H is prone to missing a TV date from time to time. However, Triple H not even bothering to watch the show and being oblivious that a world title segment didn't go down is a bit of a concern. It's probably something that would never happen if Vince McMahon was around. Fans are calling out the game for this on social media, and some are questioning if Triple H has his priorities in order. Attending the Kill Tony show was a priority for the game over running Raw, even watching the show in any capacity. Fans are also speculating on who could have written and produced Raw, and the common consensus was that it was Bruce Pritchard, who often oversees WWE shows when the game is away. Hilariously, some fans on X were joking that Larry, CM Punk's dog, ran the show, as he was seen in gorilla position last week. Also a bit off topic, but it's kinda hilarious that the whole of DX is now running WWE. Got Triple H, who's Chief Content Officer of WWE, Shawn Michaels, who's Booker of NXT, the Road Dogg as co-lead writer for SmackDown, and now X-Pac, who's the head coach of WWE ID. Next up, Triple H claps back at critics. The WWE Unreal series has received mixed reviews from fans and critics alike. Whilst the show is well produced, some say completely shattering kayfabe has little benefit and that WWE have gone too far. Now on the Pat McAfee show, Triple H has clapped back at these criticisms, and according to the game, everyone knows that WWE is scripted, so WWE revealing behind the scenes secrets shouldn't be an issue. The internet is all complaining that we're lifting the curtain and showing you stuff. Meanwhile, they're doing a podcast where all they're doing is talking about the behind the scenes shit that is going on. I don't understand that logic. The world knows an 8-year-old kid lifts up his phone, Googles stuff, and knows all the behind the scenes stuff right there. so being able to see it, we're still not showing you how the trick is done. The game would add that the show isn't supposed to be taken seriously, and fans are supposed to have a good time watching the show. It's not taken as the most serious thing on the planet. It's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be entertainment, it's supposed to be a good time. If you're a fan, you already know. If you're not a fan, watching that makes you think, man, they put a lot into this, I'm interested in watching that now. I've learned something about these people as human beings, not just as characters, and that interests me. Now, despite some negative feedback the series has obtained, it's believed that Unreal Season 2 is in the works and will officially debut on Netflix some point next year. Next up, did CM Punk injure himself after a botch? Now, on the most recent episode of Monday Night Raw, CM Punk experienced a bit of a misstep during his exit from the ring in a commercial break, nearly causing a serious injury that could have sidelined him for an extended period. When CM Punk was exiting the ring, he didn't just casually go through the ropes. No, he went over the top rope and tried to put his hand on the apron, but totally missed it and went over, nearly injuring his neck on the ropes. I mean, we know the guy's really excited that his wife is back in WWE, but he doesn't need to show off. A PW Insider asked around today, and we're told that no one heard anything about Punk being hurt, and everyone dismissed it as one of those stories that spread online but have no bearing in fact. So we're glad to hear that Punk is okay after that, well, it was an embarrassing botch. Next up, Cody Rhodes returning. Now, at long last, it's now been confirmed that WWE Champion Cody Rhodes is returning to WWE, and he will be wrestling at WrestlePalooza on ESPN next weekend. Triple H confirmed the news via the Pat McAfee show, but the head of WWE Creative didn't reveal who the WWE Champion would be facing on the show. Based on Rhodes' program on television, it's likely that he'll face Drew McIntyre in a 1v1 encounter. However, there has been a social media push of late to see WWE make the match a triple threat match featuring Randy Orton. Now, Orton is in the midst of a feud with Drew McIntyre, and with Orton having established history with Rhodes, a triple threat makes all the sense in the world. Rhodes has seemingly wrapped up his filming commitments for the Street Fighter movie, so Rhodes should be back to working full-time in the company. In relation to when Rhodes will return to television, specifically SmackDown, this return will likely go down this week, as WWE have already announced a singles match between Orton and McIntyre. We can surely expect a Rhodes run-in following the match. Next up, the real reason for a WWE return. Rusev has been back in WWE for a number of months now, and the former WWE US Champion has finally revealed the true reason why he wanted to return to the company. Speaking to Vox Pop, Rusev revealed that his main aim is wanting to help younger talent. My main goal was, to show these young kids that they need to take advantage of the opportunity they have to go up and show up every day, work hard and strive for more. Because I see a lot of them, they're just complacent, and I've been there, and I know how they feel, so I wanted to help them. Rusev's return has some highs and some lows so far, but his acclaimed match with Sheamus at Clash in Paris certainly got him back on track. Next up, Logan Paul goes off on Roger Jackson. A WWE star Logan Paul has made his first public comments on the controversial Roger Jackson and Psycho Stu incident that happened at Knox X Pro Wrestling, and Logan really didn't hold back. Speaking on Impulsive this week, Logan stated that Jackson belongs in jail. He belongs in jail. I firmly 10,000% believe he belongs in jail. Assault is an understatement. He tried to kill a man, and it was live streamed on his Kick channel. Roger still hasn't been arrested. By the way, this isn't like a witch hunt. I'm not pushing for legislation reform or something here, but that seems he belongs in jail. I firmly 10,000% believe he belongs in jail. Assault is an understatement. He tried to kill a man. And it was live streamed on his Kick channel. Logan would add that Jackson is an angry young man, and he would state that Jackson is mentally insane. Because you are an angry young man who has a lot of pent-up aggression and you think people are playing with you or whatever your interpretation of life is, that doesn't mean you get in a ring and beat up a performer. He isn't anybody on the street, especially Jeff. Definitely not anybody, but it's a situation where, okay, I'm a professional wrestler, I saw this, I know what it's supposed to look like. Dude, you're in there trusting each other to put on a performance and make something look good and entertaining. To completely go off script and try to effing kill someone, you're mentally insane. It's criminal behavior. Paul would finish by saying that if Jackson wasn't pulled off Stu, then he might have legitimately murdered Stu in the middle of the ring. This is probably the one exception where I agree with Logan Paul. He's right, the incident went way too far from a simple receipt. Next up, Logan Paul breaks character. Now, speaking of Paul, for the most part, whenever Logan discusses his WWE work, he likes to keep in character on his podcast. However, this week, Logan made an exception. He discussed in depth the Clash in Paris match versus John Cena, and Logan proceeded to put over Cena and describe just how good of a pro wrestler Cena is. Logan would also reveal that working with the all-time great was so beneficial that he's leveled up in WWE, and the match itself received universal acclaim from fans, and some have even labeled it as Logan's best match in WWE so far. Next up, a WWE wrestler almost fought a fan. Now another day, another story from a WWE talent of a fan going way too far. Grayson Waller recently appeared on the No Contest Wrestling podcast, and he revealed that after WrestleMania 40, a fan kept trying to touch some of the NXT girls, and it looked like there was going to be a physical commotion between the two.
And sometimes when WrestleMania stuff happens, the fans know what hotel we're at. And so there was a guy who kept just trying to grab and touch and talk to some of the NXT girls, and they're telling me, oh, this guy's bothering us. So I went up to the bar to talk to him. I was like, hey, can you leave the girls alone? They're trying to have a good night. And this guy was very drunk. He starts firing back at me. All of a sudden, first person that walks up next to me, Shayna Baszler. She's like, is everything all good here? MVP walks up next.
Ooh, okay.
Then Josh Barnett, he steps up next and goes, is everything all right here, guys? I sat down at the bar and I just looked at the guy like, hey, there isn't a man alive who I think can mess with this team of four.
Hey, fair enough. I would never get on Shayna Baszler's bad side. Should probably destroy him. And finally, major returns on NXT. Now, final story today takes a look at all the names who returned on NXT TV last night. NXT had a stacked show last night as they built up the upcoming NXT Homecoming show. Amongst the names who returned on the show were Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vaquer, Tiffany Stratton, Carmelo Hayes, Tyler Breeze, and DIY. Now, without a doubt, the loudest reaction of the night went to Rhea Ripley, with some NXT fans calling it the loudest reaction in NXT history. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.